Hello everybody watching on YouTube, Texan back, and welcome back to the channel. I'm bringing you new gameplay. It is Capture the Flag on Raid. My brother's on my team. We start up 4-3, and I'm just going to let you know the beginning of this game does not go very well. But, you know, we have a comeback in it, so I'll kind of talk about that a little later. But, as you can see at the beginning, there's actually the loading screen and all of that stuff. That is because this was the first video I'd ever actually recorded. Not voice-wise or anything, but just from the Elgato. And I didn't really know how to use it. So I apologize on that part. But since we are going back to the beginning, the very first game I ever saved, I will also talk about me from the beginning. I'll talk about the story of Kendall Cooper, or Texan, whatever you want to call me. So, I was born June 30th, 1994. I was about a 10-pound baby, that's pretty big. Which, I mean, I'm sure some of y'all are going to be like, oh, you know what, I was 13 pounds, I was, you know, however much, or... Anyway, I mean, I know I wasn't the biggest baby, but 10 pounds is still pretty big. And, then, you know, born in Arlington, Texas. Same hospital as my brother and my dad. And I grew up there for a while. You know, my grandparents were out there, both sets of my grandparents, and just kind of hung out. Started playing baseball out there, obviously a little bit older. But played baseball, and that's where I learned to love it. Was homeschooled for the first... Actually, the whole time I was in Texas, I was homeschooled. Hostile flag returned. Which, I mean, I learned a lot more while I was homeschooled, because it was just so much more one-on-one time. It was, you know, just me and my mom learning, well, her teaching, I'm learning. So it really helped, and I mean, I woke up at probably like 8:30, and I was done with school by like 12, so it was a lot shorter too. So I learned a lot more, and it was a lot shorter. The only problem was I didn't really get any, you know, social interaction with anybody else, because I mean, I hung out with my parents and my brother, but this was only through like 2nd grade, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But you know, it's still, that'd be the only problem with being homeschooled, is the no real interaction, so you're not really ready for the real world when you go out of it. Which, I mean, when I'm in 2nd grade, it doesn't really matter that much, but we finally ended up moving to Georgia, you know, halfway through my 2nd grade year. And we moved to an apartment in Fulton County, I believe, and I went to... You know, I was given the choice from my parents. They asked me, hey, do you want to continue to be homeschooled, or would you like to actually, you know, go to public school over here? And I decided, you know what, I'll go ahead and go to public school. Which I did that. I went to the public school in Fulton County called Eveline C. West for about half a semester. Did I call it a semester back then? I don't know. It was half a year. So, to my 3rd grade year, I went there. And then I went to we moved to Hiram, Georgia. And I went to Nebo from then to the rest of my elementary school years. And kept playing baseball, getting better at that. I actually had one year where, until the final out of the year, I had a perfect batting average. I think this was coach pitch. And then finally, on my final at-bat, I popped out. And there went my 1,000 batting average, which was quite depressing. But still a really good year, actually. Then I ended up being on, I think, 3 teams that went to the state tournaments, and I think I finished 3rd, 5th, and 7th in state for that'd be my, when I was 12, 13, and 14. Or 13, 14, 15, I don't know. It was those 3 years. We went to state. We were pretty good teams, and 3rd's really good in state, so I'll take that. Now, as you can see, it's a 3v3 on here now. Now it's a 3v2, so we're down still 3-1, and somehow this Hellstorm does not kill this guy. I don't know how. Flak Jacket's ridiculous in this game. That's just like an RCXD. You can put it right next to the guy, and it won't kill him. Yes, that's off top. Alright, we're down 4-1 halftime. Back to my life. Yeah, I was on some good baseball teams. I was on some decent basketball teams. I was never obviously the best basketball player, but that's why I ended up going with baseball, because I was a whole lot better at baseball.
Be advised, hostile war machine deployed.
So, I mean, my basketball teams, they won, you know, the conference or county or whatever it was called. Then, you know, went on to middle school, started hanging out with people more, you know, getting more friends, all of that good stuff. And in middle school, I mean, I was,
enemy flag acquired.
I wasn't popular. I wasn't like a nobody, I guess. I was definitely 6th grade. I'd say I was probably a nobody, because I really didn't talk to anybody. I was still really sheltered. I was really a like, how do you say? My parents were really strict at the time,
We have captured
and
the enemy
then
flag.
they actually got divorced. I think when I was like 12. I know I'm going back in time here. 11. I don't even remember the year.
Hercules 1-1.
And it's funny because I have a terrible memory, so I don't remember half the things that happened. And my girlfriend asked me, you know, kind of more about just my life in general and what's happened in my life and just what all I've
Hostiles have
done.
destroyed your sentry gun.
And, you know, I'd forgot for a long time there that I went probably like a year and a half without ever even talking to my mom, and she lived across the street from
Hellstorm
us.
missile awaiting orders.
And yeah, I just think it's funny how, you know, the memory works like that. I don't think the actual like process of
Friendly
divorce is
Hellstorm
funny, but
missile
just,
inbound.
you know, that part of it, of forgetting, you know, my memory being awful.
Captured the enemy flag.
As you can see, we're coming back right now. It's 4-3, and I'm
Strike coordinates received.
what we devised was, since it was just me and Casey left in the game, I was going to play defense. I was going to protect our flag and get as many score streaks as I could, and Casey was going to be the one that ran around and tried to cap the flag. So I mean, it was a pretty, you know, as you can see, there's lag. We have awful internet, so we lag a lot playing, which is why, you know, we just, I don't know, can't upload videos very fast either, which
Be
is not
advised,
very
your
cool.
sentry gun has been destroyed.
But I picked this guy off on that head glitch. That's pretty good. Back to my life again. I keep getting off track. I apologize.
Our flag carrier is down.
So yeah, they got the divorce, and
Hostile flag
you know,
returned.
I'm pretty. I was really kind of too young to know too much what was going on, but you know, my family was pretty tore up about it. But you know, everything's pretty much fixed now. I mean, I talk to my
Friendly
mom. I
RCXD
go over
inbound.
there whenever I can, really. And so it's not too bad anymore. It doesn't really affect anybody anymore too much. I mean, I can't talk for my dad or anything, but for me at least. So that happened, and still live in the same house. She ended up moving, so and Dad got custody of
Captured the
us.
enemy flag.
And I mean, we can still choose to go over there whenever we want. So I mean, it's not like he can say, "Hey, you have to be here at this time." It was kind of a mutual thing. She agreed that he should have the kids and whatnot. And whew, I don't really have that much more
We
time
have
for
the enemy
myself,
flag.
actually. And my life's
Drop
really
their
not that
flag.
exciting.
Be advised, hostiles have returned their flag.
High school, I mean, I just kind of chilled. I didn't really try too much in high school, which is why I made sure to dedicate myself to my studies in college. Because, I mean, I still did good. I still took the AP honors courses and stuff in high school, and I still graduated with the honors from high school because I had like a 3.7 something GPA, but I just did not actually try pretty much ever. Never paid attention, only like goofed off, played games during class, all that stuff. That's what most kids did, especially since I already knew what
Advised,
college
your
I was
equipment
probably
has
going to
been
go to,
destroyed.
Kennesaw State. I didn't really
It's too
need the
close. Fight
scores
harder.
to
Our flag
get
has
into
been
any
taken.
other school. So, I mean, I wasn't
Hellstorm
too
missile on
worried
standby.
or stressed out about it. I thought, you know what, I can just
Our
relax, I
flag
can
is
hang
back at
out,
base.
and just do my own
Be
thing, really.
advised, hostiles have returned their flag.
And I played
Sentry
baseball
gun ready
one
to
year with
deploy.
my school, my sophomore year. And I did not like the coach, did not like how he coached. And so I decided not to
It's
play
a
again.
draw.
I played with my
Stand
travel
down.
team, which we did some cool things. We went to down to like the Disney World area of Florida, had a tournament down there.
Capture the flag.
We played on the Braves minor league field and the Astros
Capture
minor
the
league field down
objectives.
there. Well, that's where some of the tournament was being held. I only played on the Astros field. But, I mean, we played on different complexes down there as well. So, it was a really big tournament. And, you know, I mean, we did all right. We were playing 18-year-olds when we were all 17, so they had the edge there. We were playing up instead of down. And so, I mean, obviously we didn't win or anything like that. But that is where, at a showcase down there, showcases when you, like, do different things to try to show scouts, you know, what you have, what you're made of, and why you should be, say, like, taken to go to college and play baseball there, or whatever you'd like there. And at a showcase, I was making a throw from, you know, we were throwing from right field to third base, and they were clocking us at, like, how fast we threw, and we didn't really have time to warm up before then too much. And I ended up getting the top 5, maybe 4th or 5th, like, hardest throw from right field. But I ended up hurting my arm real bad there, so I ended up having surgery, having to have surgery, which I'm double jointed my arm, so it pops in and out of place a lot when I throw. But that really tore it up in there. And so I was diagnosed with a torn labral muscle, I
Friendly
believe,
Hellstorm
or
missile inbound.
something along those lines, and had surgery on that. And then I came back from surgery and
Time's almost
ended
up.
up not too long after I had to have another surgery because
Lightning
I
strike
had a
coordinates received.
double hernia, which a hernia, if you don't know what that is, I really don't want to explain
Enemy
it.
flag acquired.
Can be graphic. So just look it up online or something of that nature, because I don't want to explain it to you. It's not pretty, I'll tell you that. And definitely the most painful recovery, because I couldn't really walk for a while. But that's about all in my life. This video is wrapping up. Actually, it's over. So please like, comment, and subscribe, or subscribe if you want to. Just remember, have a wonderful day. Watch my next video tomorrow, which will most likely be out, and peace.